Hi everyone, it's Jenn from Aggie's in the Ark. Good afternoon on a lovely sunny day. What day is it? Tuesday. Oh, I just had a staff meeting, which was great. Chatting with all our other P-dubs, as Simon Thomas calls them, pastoral workers. So how are you all this week? It's beautiful, beautiful. Another week. It's a really exciting week for me this week. I've got Andy's birthday on Friday. He's 60 and our 40th anniversary on Sunday. So I'm really excited and hopefully doing some creative things to make it really interesting for his birthday. I just check, of course, that we're live. We are live. Good. Yes, cool. So how are you all? You okay? I'm going to attempt to make a bag. She says, what again? Where's my instructions? Look how cute this is. Oh. The good thing is I've made it before, but it was several years ago for my granddaughter. So I couldn't find the white fluffy fabric that I have in my stash somewhere. So I've got an old cushion, which is furry. So we're going to have a little go with fur fabric. It will probably go everywhere. And I've got my lovely bunny fabric too. And what else have I got in my stash here? It is actually Christmas stuff, but it's a nice little sort of snowy mint green. So we're going to start off measuring up and cutting out, which I haven't done. I might make the measurements slightly different because I haven't got a lot of one particular fabric, which is this lovely, I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? Let's have a look. Little, oh, well, you would if it was the right way. That's Jenn all over, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. It's got little duckies on it. My friend Caroline made it, and I think I made like a hairband out of it. It just completely went wrong. I thought I was going to be all this bohemian woman with beautiful hairbands. The only person I know that can wear hairbands nicely is my daughter-in-law, Emma. So I think I will not bother that. So I ironed it. So I might have to piece a few pieces together. If not, we just make the bag a bit smaller. But I just thought it'd be really nice to have a really pretty little bag for children to collect their eggs with at Easter. Okay, bunny face bag tutorial by So Very. I'll put it up later, but it's absolutely lovely, and it printed off, the tutorial printed off lovely. Look at that. So we're going to do a bit of a plique work, hopefully in an hour. She says, so crack on, Jenn, crack on. So it says, purchase the So Very bunny face bag template. I didn't do that. Sorry. I can draw a rabbit myself. It's just a circle with 2 ears. Cut 2 11.5 by 11.5 pieces of quilting cotton. Oh, which I have got. That's obviously for the lining. I probably won't use that. 2 11.5 pieces of quilting cotton. Oh, do you know, I thought they meant like batting, which is what you put in quilts. No, just cotton. Quilting fabric is this. If anybody's watching, they'll think, oh, she's on it again. Right, anybody there? Say hello, because I can't see anybody. You'll probably watch this again. Let's have a little look how much I've actually got. Right, let's just get this so I can see that you can see what I can see. My iron's ticking away, which means to say I haven't turned it off. So let's turn that off for starters, so we don't burn ourselves. I've got my ruler. I've got my cutting blade. You can use scissors. So I'm going to make, I've got one piece here which is a bit jagged on one side, so I'll cut that straight first. Let's get all my edges straight. How has everybody been this week? I had a bit of a meltdown last week. Oh, hi Grace, how are you? Are you doing all right, my love? Your garden's looking lovely. I can't quite believe it's end of March, Grace, can you? Where's it gone? It's really odd. We're waiting and waiting for things and it feels like forever, but then all of a sudden we're at the end of March. I don't understand it. I don't understand that kind of way your brain works. But I'm very excited. I'm getting my fence done on Friday, Grace. The front fence, which I'll put some pictures up later, was absolutely awful. It was a fence that was put in by the builders to divide the two estates, and it's basically been held up by ivy for a very long time. And Andy's hi Grace, Andy's workshop was falling down, so we thought, oh, better move the workshop, and then didn't realise the fence was actually leaning on it. So we've had to take the fence down as well. I've been working my socks off. But some little men are coming on Friday to put the fence back up, because we can do most of it, but it's digging down into a bank and it's really hard going. So that's all the fabric I got for the inside. So I'm going to use that. It's not quite the right measurements, but that's the little bag that I'm going to make. That's the size. How much have I got? Let's have a look. 10 by 13. That would do. Let's just cut it in half, shall we? Let's say that's the size that I'm doing today. It's going to be an elongated bag rather than a square bag. It will do. So I'm just cutting my 2 pieces of fabric for my lining. Hopefully they match and I've cut it straight. I'm just going to trim it up, I think, because I can't measure for toffee. Oh yeah, it's such an expense, Grace, isn't it? Everything. We've just priced up for all the work that we need to do at the front, and it's coming in at about £1,200. We never got a, hi Elaine, we never got a quote back from the landscapers, and to be honest, we were so fearful of the cost that it ended up that Joe Muggins here has been digging. But hey, I'm a strong, confident woman. I shifted 3.5 tons of chippings when Andy was having his heart surgery 18 months ago, so I can dig. It's very therapeutic. Right, so I've cut my 2 outer pieces. It's not the size that's on the pattern, because that's all I've got, and that's the way I roll. I do have more of this bunny fabric. Hi Elaine, where are you from? Say hello to Grace, she's from Plymouth. Oh, I love it when you girls chat to each other. It's just, I do miss seeing you properly, but I know that a lot of people watch this later on and it's really quite popular. Not that I'm popular, but I think people just like hearing me chat, I don't know. Right, okay, let's have a look what I'm actually doing now, shall we? Let's bring my camera around so you can see. Let's get it, there we go. So I've got this gorgeous bunny fabric and I've got some chick fabric, so good old Easter. I don't want the very side bit because there's where they make it, there's some little holes, so let's just get rid of some of that. I'm trying to do everything practically on my lap here. Let's get the board straight. Come on, Jen, sort your life out. Yeah. Andy said get it all ready last night. Well, I wanted to cut this morning. I had a staff meeting earlier, which was lovely to see all my other colleagues. So I'm a bit behind. Right, let's just cut that off. You didn't see that, did you? Right, I'm going to use this as a template, the bit I've got, because then hopefully I will have cut it properly. She says it's a little kiddie's bag, or big kiddie's bag that loves Easter like I do. I think it's probably going to go to my girls when they pop up at Easter, because I'm a big kid and I think it's still lovely to still get Easter things and Christmas things. I don't see why we have to grow up, so I'm not going to. Right, so that's 3 bits cut. I'm being a good reason. It doesn't matter as long as it's enough to put some Easter eggs in. I've got 1 more piece I'm going to cut, and be careful the way your fabric is facing. So my little duckies are all over the place, and so are my rabbits. Does that make sense? So I'm matching it up, and we're nearly there. Oh, sorry, just dropped you. You didn't need that, did you? Oh, look, there you go. It's because my iPhone is heavy. So if I have it at a certain angle, it's okay. But if it goes further than that angle, it just falls over. Oh my goodness. I've dropped you twice now. That's not fun. Right, just bear with while I cut this out. You don't need to see me cutting. Right, all the excess fabric out the way so I don't get confused, apart from the handles. So I've got, hi Julie. Oh, thank you for joining me the other night with medical students. Bless them, they're so naive, aren't they? But they were giving it a good go. I refuse to do too much work towards it, Julie, because I'm supposed to be part furloughed, so it will be what it will be. So I've got 2 inner pieces. There are 2 there, and I've got 2 outer pieces, and this is what it's going to look like at the end. So that's going to be my outside. I've probably done this with you, Julie, before. Oh, Grace has ordered some fabric to make sunbonnets for a friend's baby. Oh, they're all the rage again. My goddaughter, she's going to kill her mother when she's older, because she has dressed her to the nines in frills. Oh, and she looks so cute, but definitely those old-fashioned bonnets, Grace, with all the lace around it. She looks like a little dolly. But some girls love it, some don't, but when she grows up, she'll say, like my Katie says, what were you thinking, Mum? I've probably told you this story a million times, but I bought my Katie a second-hand coat, and it was like a fake fur fabric, a bit like this, but white. And she was about 2 years old. I mean, she's 36 next month. And it was like a little duffel coat, and she looked like a little baby polar bear. She loved it. And years later, she looked at this picture. She said, Mum, what were you thinking? I said, you love that coat. Anyway, I'm waffling. So we've done our 2 outer. It says cut interfacing slightly smaller. Guess what? I found my interfacing the other day. I bought more. I look what I found. Stuffed under some fabric. My interfacing that I'd already bought. So I've got plenty of double-sided interfacing. Look at that. Honestly. I do tidy. Oh, it's for a baby boy. Poor kid. We shouldn't worry whether babies have bonnets or not. They don't care, do they? Guess what? Grace, our little Henry's 6 months on Sunday. 6 months old. I can't believe it. Right, what am I doing? Interfacing. Well, I've got it there in front of me. I might as well cut it out. So it says cut 2. I'm just going to cut them the same size. I'm not going to faff around with... oh, I don't need that. No, I don't need that. Oh, interfacing. I get it online, sweetie. That's the best way. Get it online. But I think as I haven't picked out some interfacing, I've got some, I think it's an old blanket, like a brushed cotton blanket. I think that might do. I don't know. Have I got enough? Oh, see, this is why Andy said to me, get organised. Might as well use it. So you don't have to use interfacing, Julie. Just use another layer of something. And just stitch it in place. Or, you know, sandwich it. So I don't know if you can see that. Look. Let's have a look. See if you can see that. Just wait till the live catches up. There we go. So this is like a brushed cotton blanket that somebody gave me, and I'm just going to use that as interfacing. Have I got enough for the other piece? Is it wide enough? It will do. Right. So stop. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I get that. Support local. So Barbican Fabrics, Dunelm, oh, Hula Crafts, they should have some. Those ones that I can think of that are local. Obviously Dunelm's a big chain. I guess I just use the internet, Julie, because it's easier. Did I get I think, I don't know, I can't remember. Did I can't remember whether I got my Bonderweb online or, because you can get it online with Hulu, so that's good. It's still local, but it's easy. You don't have to go and collect it. So Vicky Perry there, she's got, you just let her know what you want, or go on her website. It's Hulu Crafts, www.hulucrafts.co.uk, I think. This bag's getting smaller and smaller by the minute. I don't think anywhere is open. Perhaps the range. Yeah, no, nothing at the moment. I don't know. The range won't sell it, I don't think. They might sell it in a packet. Yeah, but Hula Crafts will be is open online. Oh look, there's enough there, just enough. I'm just going to cut that. Sorry, I would be showing you, but I'll keep dropping my phone. Right, so I've got, it's looking nice and soft and cuddly now. What else do I need? Inner ears, scraps of lining fabric, yeah. Eyes and nose, yeah, we'll do that. Heat and bond light, all good. I need to put my thingy back on. Thingy, iron, whatever it's called. Marker pen, nah, not bothering with that. Oh yeah, market could be an idea, Grace. Yeah, don't think about that. Right, so that's my outer piece. So I want to do a semicircle for the head. What have I got? Oh, I've got my templates. Hang on a moment. I did this art thing this week and I thought, I hope people don't think of me like I'm thinking of this lady. She was lovely, but one of the things she said was, you can't do, what was it? Evaluation and creativity at the same time. And I'm like, why not? Of course you do. You evaluate all the time when you're being creative. That's what I'm doing now. I'm evaluating, have I got enough fabric? But, and she said she was a teacher, and that she likened it to telling the children, you can't talk and write at the same time. Well, I got into trouble at school for that because my teacher said something the same thing, and I went, yes you can, miss. You know, I was about 5. I was quite indignant. I thought, of course you can do 2 things at once. You can breathe, you can read, you can look, you can talk, you can eat, you can smile. I just didn't understand her logic, and I got in a lot of trouble for that. My mum thought it was quite funny. That's probably why I've always got in trouble. Okay, so I quite like the idea of my bunny having a fluffy face. Ooh, I might be regretting this because it's quite thick, but it's all I've got. So I am going to cut out a semicircle of fur. I'm just winging it. Maybe I'll turn it over so that I've got a fighting chance. Do you know what I used this for? This was a cushion. I think I made it as Veronica's hobby horse. So about a week before we went to Germany, about 2 years ago, was it? You guys might remember. My son says, "Oh, Mum, you know you like a challenge." And I'm like, "Yeah." He says, "Veronica wants a hobby horse." "Oh, what, for October?" "No, for her birthday." We had like a week before we were going out. I made this enormous... I said to him, "How am I going to get a hobby horse on the plane?" I said, "Well, what I'll do is I will make the outside, but you'll have to get the pole and the stuffing," which he did. So I made this gorgeous, beautiful head. It was enormous, with lots of ribbons for mane, and I had it in my carry-on. Obviously no clothes for me, just granddaughter's hobby horse. And then when we were there, I stuffed it all up. Well, our little friend came round, that she was a bit older than her, that had been making hobby horses out of socks. You know, stuffing a sock head and making little horses out. Well, Veronica's head was just enormous. Oh, this horse. But she loved it. And Stephen just looked at me and said, "Well, I did ask her." Right, so with fur fabric, I'll show you here. Let's see if you can see it. Just bear with. So that's coming over here now. Let's go down a bit. I'm so worried that my camera is gonna just... Let's move it so you can actually see it. Is it gonna go? Which way is it gonna go? So as you can see, it's all fraying. So just take off the fluffy bits where you've cut as much as possible, because we don't want that going everywhere. It's just where you've cut it. Looks like my rabbit's been molting. And it's just got like a cloth background. So that will go in nicely, I think, here. I'm going to take it up a little bit because that's where my seam's going to be, and I don't want too much fabric in the seam. Let's see if you can see that. There we go. So I think I'm going to glue that on place. I think I'm going to make some ears, and I've got this sort of suede material which I've had for a very, very long time. So the ears are the same. I'm just going to cut a piece out. A minute. You can tell I'm winging it today. What's new, they said. I'm going to fold it in half. Just got to see what you can see now. Bear with me. Okay, and I'm just, you can draw it on, but I'm just gonna cut out some ears. Hopefully they'll look reasonably the same and look like rabbit's ears. Let's just double check. Get that out of the way. Right, so there's one ear. It looks kind of cute. There's the other ear. I'm going to applique them on, and I want a nice bit of pattern inside, so I'm going to use this dotted fabric that I've got. Hang on, let's just cut a section out. I don't want it to be too big. Can she just wing it? I suggest you draw it first on a bit of card. Cereal packets are great for that. I need it a little bit narrower. Maybe not quite so. There we go. 1, 2. What's she got as eyes? Oh, buttons. Okay. I think it's everything you got to do first is you got to sew all this on first. Here's the picture. Okay. How am I going to do the whiskers? Because it's quite thick. Might have some pipe cleaners somewhere. I probably have done with Mum's garage. Because this is really thick. Now let's see if I've got some buttons. One moment. Have a look at that while I'm finding buttons. What have I got? I don't want big buttons because they end up looking a bit odd. Let's just have a look. What have I got? Little buttons. I can always use a marker pen afterwards and just colour them in. I don't like it. I don't like it. It looks a bit weird. See if I got any darker buttons a minute. We've got millions of buttons down my mum's garage. Got all moustaches. 1 dot button. He's kind of cute. Look at that, look. It looks so weird. Oh my days. They should not be allowed out. It's gone from cute to freaky in one session. Oh my days. Why have I not got 2 matching buttons? I've got millions of buttons. I've got blue, odd eye rabbit. Got 1 dirty button. By the time I give him a nose, see if I got something I can cut out a nose. Oh yeah, a bit of that fabric. I'm just cutting out a nose. So if you do a love heart, I think that always makes a good nose when it's turned upside down. Let's see. Can you tell I need a holiday? I don't know what I'm doing here. No, that's terrible. I'll do it again. Try again, Jen. I don't know what I was doing then. Fold it in half and do a love heart. I've got too much fabric, that's the problem. Oh my days, that's just terrible. Kind of cute but terrible at the same time. I just lost the plot. Lost the plot. We knew it would happen. Just didn't know it was going to be today. Just talk amongst yourselves while Jen tries to make a rabbit's nose. There we go. That would do. Oh my days. That's just awful, awful. It was supposed to look really cute, but I think my fabric is so thick, I don't really know. How about some green eyes? And then he looks even more freaky now. I can't go for this. This is hilarious. What else have I got? Come on, Jen, sort it out. I've got so many buttons and then I can't find anything that looks suitable. I'm going to be sorting out my buttons next. Got bigger buttons. Pink buttons. Oh, I love it. It's just hilarious. Nope, it's not happening. Oh my days. She makes hers look so cute. I made mine cute last time. Right, haven't got any felt at hand. Probably downstairs. Oh no. Anyway, I think we'll just try and find some dark buttons and just come up with a cunning plan later on. How's she got to? No. All right, we're going to be an odd-eyed bunny. Make a rabbit bum and stick a pom-pom. Yes! Yes! That's a damn good idea. Oh my days, Julie. Crazy. Bright eyes. Oh, I can hear you singing now, Grace. Anyways at all, we're going to sort that bunny out. We're going to stick bits on, sew bits on, and it's going to look like a bunny. My Katie will laugh at it. She'll be like, oh, what has mother made us? Right, bit of gluing happening now. So I'm cutting a bit of double-sided bonder web, and I'm going to stick my pieces to my outside bit. You can't see the mess. I'm just going to push it all to one side and you'll think, oh, she's so professional. You want to see my desk? Oh my gosh. Oh my days. I need to get out. Help me, help me. Oh. Honestly, we had this team meeting, Julie, about teamwork and community work. They have no idea what stresses and strains I'm under. Trying to talk to myself. Trying to run a household. Trying to deal with a demented mother. Oh, I don't know how you girls do it with children. I really don't know. I take my hat off to you. Coping in this pandemic. We're all supposed to be these Wonder Women. You know, and even for you, Grace, you know, missing your grandkids and stuff. It just is terrible, isn't it? How are we supposed to know what to do? This is like, as they keep saying, unprecedented. And like, nobody knows what we should be doing. And somehow we're supposed to be working and being this incredibly talented community worker. I'm amazed I can do anything. I didn't even know what Zoom was a year ago. Apart from, as my work colleague says, an ice lolly. I didn't know what live was. I've had to learn that. But there we go. It is what it is. I'm still laughing. I'm stuck on the back. The other stuff, which I should have done first. I know. Do you know what? When I think I know what I'm doing, I think I'm the worst. Because I'm not prepared and I just think, I've done this before. What's the worst that can happen? apart from me not being able to find rabbit eyes. I thought it'd be really cute. I made it for Veronica and it looked absolutely gorgeous. Well, this is going to be like the wild rabbit. Right, so I'm just peeling back the glue sheet. That's what I love about this stuff, when it comes off in one go. Or several goes. So that's got glue on the back. You know this. I'm going to stick my bunny over. But because it's fur fabric, I'm going to turn it over. Okay, so I don't want to iron on the top of that because it will start getting funny. So I'm just going to turn it. It will melt the fibres. So I'm just going to turn it over. It's only got to last till Easter. Do give it to children. Just give it to adults. Right, so that's stuck on. Right, we've done that. Let's get the ears done. Oh, Jemima, look at your Uncle Jit. Oh, gosh. He's in the bathtub, learning how to swim. First he does the breaststroke, then he does the side. Now he's under the water, swimming against the tide. I gotta sing, I'm going crazy. Right, I'm just going to cut these ears out. You could take a bit of the fabric off so you know it's right up to it, the edge. It's not going to matter a little bit if you cut a little bit of the fabric off. There's one ear. I should have done this first. I forgot. I'm getting glue all over my iron. It's my craft iron. So Julie, did you end up with the rocker that we put out on the grass? Did I see a picture? Zoe briefly showed me, but I was so busy umping and dumping. Oh, so exhausted. Oh, last time you saw Sarah and Alex was on the doorstep. Oh, I know, Grace, it's so hard. So hard. I've seen the girls a couple of times this year. Saw family in Germany once last year. Oh, it's hard. But boy, is it going to be fun when we get back. Okay, so I'm peeling off the ears. There's a statement I didn't expect to say. Tucking it as well as I can on that fur. I'll show you all in a mo. Probably would be good to stick it slightly underneath, but never mind. I'm just going to curve that bit so it goes around the curve of the head. Yeah, that's better. Kind of really like your idea of a bunny's bottom. Oh, hi, darling. I've been really well prepared and it's coming on a treat. Don't tell him, girls. Don't tell him how well I've been doing. Oh, my gosh. It's just going from bad to worse, I think. What am I doing? Right, I've just flipped it because I want to get it stuck in the right place. Oh, gosh. I didn't think this through, did I? Oh, lovely, Grace. You got them in the garden next week. Oh, how wonderful. That would be really nice. Not long now, people. Not long. We're getting towards the end of this deployment. Right, I'm going to do the inside parts of the ears. Is my Andy watching in his lunch break? He's going to be so impressed with me. Honestly. Dear, dear, dear. So I'm just sticking those on for a minute. I'm going to cut. I should have done this first. It's my golden rule. I've broken my own golden rule. stick the backing on first before you cut the ears out. It makes life a lot easier. Or any shape out, not just ears. It's nice and sunny. You should all be outside enjoying the sunshine. Andy's saying I am, but I'm working. So you told them all, darling, it's your special birthday this week. Last of your 50s. Right. I'm just going to put a little bit of a curve on that inner ear because I want it to go around the head. I think I'm really going to stick with what you said, Julie, because of time, and do the bunny bottom. So I'm going to get a cotton wool and stick it on. Let me behave. I am behaving. I always behave. Would I ever misbehave? Right, this is a bit that I find the fiddliest, is to when you've got a small piece, is to peel it back. But it does go eventually. Just doesn't want to do it now. Oh, come on. You've got to peel the paper off the back. There we go. Peel off one. And I'm just going to stick that on there now. The reason I'm not showing you is because I keep dropping my... Oh, it can't be the back of the bunny, Julie, because I got the inside of the ears. So I'm going to have to do a face now. Oh, well. It'll be beautiful when it's done. I might just glue on some eyes. I wonder if I've got any googly eyes. I probably have I say at work. They were funny today because I was talking about the office and I said, back in my office, and Ian Taylor said, your old office, it's not yours anymore. So he says, it's mine. So he's nicked the office. Jump in your grave. Okay, so we've pinned it on, we've glued it on. So far, so good. We're having a bit of fun, love, because I can't find some decent eyes for my rabbit. Got little green ones, but it looks a bit odd. I don't like it. I don't like it. Why can't I find a decent eyes for my bunny? I think they got to be dark. Otherwise it looks like he's the Brer Rabbit freaking out there. Oh, look, a lovely brown button. Can I find 2 brown buttons? Please let me find 2 brown buttons. I've got heaps of buttons everywhere, but can I find any? No. Guess what I'm doing when this is finished? Sorting out my button stash. Okay, well, I'm going to sew on the buttons after. Right, okay. We've got to that stage and I will find something where I can do something with his eyes. I'm not quite sure what, but we will do something with his eyes. Just going to stick his nose on, which are made out of a little love heart. So it's just going to be like the bottom of his nose, we hope. You've got 2 bear eyes. Oh, Grace, I've got some eyes somewhere. Oh, yes. I've got some of those somewhere. I lent them to Caroline, but I'm not sure I've got them back. A whole box of them. Good shout. It might be that it has to go through the lining and it will give it a bit of stability, but hey-ho. Right, I'm sticking the nose on. Try not to burn the fabric, so I've just literally dabbed the iron on quickly. Got a little nose now. It's a blind rabbit. Oh my goodness me. Oh look, I've actually got some buttons. Can you see them? It looks a bit freaky. This is not looking cute. Very startled rabbit. Oh my gosh. Right, I'm not going to worry about the eyes. They will be looking nice by the time I finish. Mixie-mitosis. Absolutely great. Right, concentrate. You've all made bags before, so we're going to do that in a moment, but let's get the straps done. Right, what's she got? Assembly. Oh. Cut off the bottom, blah, 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 blah. Done all that, done all that. Oh, look, she's got diagrams and beautiful hand stitching. Centre the raw edge of each strap along the marks made in step 6. I missed step 6. Right, I'm just going to make some straps. Why am I making so much fuss? We have fabric. I'm going to cut it in half. And I'm going to make some straps. Basically, if I show you. I've got 2 pieces of fabric. I'm going to cut them the same length. I'm going to fold over to the middle, fold over to the middle, and fold over again. That will be a strap. Do I need it that wide? Probably not. Let's make it a bit narrower. That's as good as it gets. I'm going to just iron that, and then I'm just going to sew along there. That will make a lovely little strap. 1. See, I'm cooking on gas now. It's not cut straight, so I'm just going to do it by eye to try and get it straight. 2. I could go a third time and make a nice thick strap. Yeah, I think I might do that. No, it's for little hands. Let's make it wide. Okay. So it's over to Margot. This is nice. We're getting sunshine in. I'm not talking because I'm just shuffling at the moment. Put Margot on. Bring that down. Hopefully you'll be able to see enough. And I'm just going to do a running stitch along that to join it up. Just going to do a matching running stitch the other side just to make it look like a handle. It gives it a bit more strength. So there's one handle. Just grab the other one. I will cut them the same length in a moment. for little fingers, so it'd be nice wide straps so they can hold on to it well. Or big fingers, or elderly fingers, anybody's fingers. What's she saying? You could put several lines in if you want, and then that just gives it strength and makes it look more like a strap. But I'm just going to put 2 in for now. Okay, that's my 2 straps. DB is watching. Hi DB. You're watching at a very good moment. Very professionally done. Oh look, I've got my tags hanging out here. Okay, so I've made 2 straps. I'm just going to cut them to the same length. Obviously, you would have measured them perfectly and they'd be the same as you sewed them, but I'm just winging it, literally, today. I think that's a fun time. So there, I've got 2 straps for my little handle. My handle for my bag. What does the lady say? I kind of skip things when I'm not when I've done them before. That's probably why I've made a mistake. Centre the raw edges of each strap. Yeah, I've done that. Pin in place and then baste. It's not a chicken, love. So they've done it on the outside of the fabric there. With right side, so pin the outer bag pieces together along the sides and bottom. Right, so let's get these straps on. Where are you, bunny? This is my D. This is my bunny. We've had a bit of hilarity over the eyes, so they're going to go on later because I just can't find the right eyes. She's got a little nose at the moment, nothing else. Right, so I'm going to pin on the straps, making sure they are reasonably equidistant. That's a big word. I'm going to use a ruler. I want them to come in about, let's say, 5 centimetres from the edge. That's what I'm going for. This bit, you can just wing it, but it'd be quite nice if they do match. 5 centimetres. I'll show you in a minute when I'm there. 5 centimetres. Right, okay. I'll show you what I've done. So there, look, I've gone in 5 centimetres on that side and that side, making sure your strap is looped the right way. It says baste it, which is basically tack it in place. I'm just going to stitch it in place, so I haven't got to worry about it. Like right at the top. Just put a few stitches on that top piece and put the other strap on. That is literally just holding those in place. Okay, so it's on the top, and then you do the same on the other piece of your exterior fabric, which is here. I've got some of that interfacing, but it's actually just a blanket, so I'm going to actually stitch that as well, so it's just holding it in place. Oh look, I guessed it just right there. Pin that strap on. I'm going to go right through there, make sure that it's facing the right way. That is good. It just holds better if it's matching. So there, look, I've pinned it in place. I'm making sure the loop is okay, and I'm just going to stitch that in place now. If this all comes out well, I'll be pleased. I'm just putting a few stitches at the top. I'm not worrying about them too much. They're just literally holding it in place. And this is a lined bag, so it's going to look nice. Oh yeah, they are expensive, Grace, the machines that cut off with the thread. You can get them a bit cheaper than this one. My theory is it saves thread, so that thread's expensive. Oh, it's after the list, after the dishwasher, the new TV. Yeah, I know. There's always a list when it comes to craft. Okay, so we've done our two sides. Let's see what the lady says. Right, she says, with the right sides together, pin the outer bag pieces together along the sides and bottom, sewing using a 1/4 inch seam, clip the curves and turn right side out, press. So it looks like that. We can do that. Where's my liner? There's my liner. Let's get that bit. As I've decided to put it on there, it's just going to go on there. I'm just matching up the edges, right sides together. Pin it in place. So I've got 4 pieces of fabric now. I've got the 2 interfacings, which I've just used an old bit of brush cotton sheeting, I think it is. It might even be batting. Batting is what you put on quilts, but I don't think it's batting. I think it's just an old cotton blanket. Just quickly pinning that in place. How is everybody? They're all okay? Yeah, hurts your hands with scissors. Yeah, it's arthritis, unfortunately, Grace, isn't it? Now, I can feel the bottom of that fur fabric, so it's not going to be in the way. This is very roughly made, but it's all going to be inside. We won't see it. Right, so I've pinned all the way around and I'm just going to sew that in place now. 1/4 inch seam. I might go in a bit more. I always use the edge of my sewing machine foot as a guide. Right, so forwards and backwards because I want to lock in that edge. And I'm coming down the right hand side. See if you can see. It's my lovely pin cushion that I made a few weeks back. Now I've got several types of fabric together, so it's going to crawl a bit and I'm really rushing it. Leave your needle in, pull your presser foot up, turn. And I'm going to do the bottom of the bag. I'm going a bit further than a 1/4 inch because I want it to come up to the edge of that fur fabric that I've got on the other side. And I might even go in a bit more yet. You can see there's a seam from the blanket here. I've not unpicked it because I don't need to. I can just go along and use it as a guide. It's all going to come together really quickly now. It's just the finishing touches for the applique. The eyes and the hand sewing would have been done first, but I couldn't find the eyes. Right, so there's that. I'm going to clip the corners, straighten off that bottom edge because I'm really rushing. Clip the corners inside out. Or Fiskars snips. They sound interesting, Grace. I like the sound of them. So we're turning it in the right way now. Or back out the right way. Oh, it's not too bad, not too bad. Bottom of me bunny's okay. There we go. Look, that's the outside. We can do that. Right, let's see what else she says. With right sides together, pin the lining bag pieces together along the sides and bottom and do the same thing. Where's my lining pieces? Obviously I haven't got the interfacing, but I'm just going to go up down one side, down the bottom, and I'm not going to pin, I'm just going to do it. This is what you call winging it, which is quite appropriate for duck fabric. So I want to make sure that top edge is nicely forwards and backwards, and I'm going right down one side. Get to the bottom, leave a needle in, press the foot up, twist. Press the foot down, come along the bottom edge. I would recommend you pin it so it's all nice in place, but I'm kind of rushing this. Leave it down. This is the lining, so if it's not quite straight, there's a little bit of forgiveness there. Clip the corners. Clip the corners. You can tell it's not straight, but I'll just trim that up so it doesn't look too bad. Okay. Oh, you know what I forgot? You know what I forgot? Come on, Grace, what did I forget? Hi, Leslie. Nice to meet you. What did I forget, Grace? Come on. I forgot to leave a gap. This is because I'm rushing. I'm rushing. So leave a gap in the bottom of the bag in the liner. This is what you call reverse stitching, everybody. And I'm just going to take out those few stitches at the bottom because I want to have something to pull the bag through with, and if I don't have that, it will look horrible. Leslie Jinx. Hi, Leslie. Where are you from? So we're just doing some reverse stitching here, Grace. Don't tell anybody. You saw that I did that. Yeah, leave an opening. Yes, that's it. Top of the class, Grace. Top of the class. So I've left an opening. That will do. I might have to leave a few more stitches. Right, so we've done the lining. Let's have a little think. Place the, so that's what the outer lining is, inner lining is supposed to look like. So down there, along the edge, forwards and backwards, up there, so you leave a gap. I will place a link to this on the page. Match side seams, blah, 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 blah. Match side seams and pin the top edges together. Let's see. Okay. Right, so you've got your outer bag. Now you need your handles left on the outside, and then we're going to put it inside the lining. Hopefully all will be revealed in a minute when I show you. I'll show you in a moment. This is what they call bagging out in a minute. So you're having right sides together. So you've got the right side of your lining with the right side of your outer. And you've got to make sure your handles are tucked in nicely. Let's see if you can see this. So you've got some idea what I'm talking about. Right, okay, so there's my bag with the handles inside. There's the lining, and the right sides have got to face together. Okay, so it looks like that. Now we're going to open up the seams there and there and match up as best you can the side seams. Mine's a bit out. I need some smaller pins. Oh, right in front of me. Pin that in place. This is one time I do pin. And if you've measured it properly, it should measure nicely around, but I have done a bit of a quick job, so it might not be quite right. So I'm matching up those two edges, seams, pin in place. I'll trim it in a minute so it's all level. And just, yeah, it's okay. It's working out okay. Hurrah. Pin the top in place like so, making sure those straps are nice and flat inside. If this turns out, I'll be really chuffed. I don't deserve it to turn out right because I just winged it a lot of it, but I have made it before. There's a little bit of a pucker there, but I think I can get away with it. Just a fraction out. I can hear my iron ticking, so I'm just going to turn my iron off a minute. No, I'll leave it on because I might iron it flat. Okay, so then you take your free arm off, because we're going around. See if you can see now. Bear with. This is what you do sleeves with, and I'm making sure that the fabric is nice and flat. And I'm going to start around the side. Put my needle down, make sure it's in place. And we're just going to sew the top. Forwards and backwards. It says 1/4 inch, but I'm probably doing about a centimetre. 1/4 inch, I don't know. There are centimetres of inches here. But I'm taking the lining as the straight edge and not the other bit because I didn't cut that well. And I was just puckered slightly, so just lift your foot up and just help it around a little. I've got several layers here, so it's going to pucker a little. It's a kiddie's bag. You can spend a lot more time in getting this absolutely precise if you were doing a handbag, but we're doing a quick tutorial online, so it's really not my finest work, shall we say. Oh, just give it a hand if it's a bit lumpy. So I've got a tiny pucker there, forwards and backwards. I'm just going to cut some of that unevenness away. Any bits that are a little bit not quite like there, look, that's not right. So I'm just going to cut that away. You can't see that. I just cut a little bit off there. Okay. You've done this hundreds of times. Oh yeah, it says, I have a fur fabric throw that I bought in St Luke's for £3.50. Seems a shame to cut it up though. But Grace, how much would it cost you for a metre of fur fabric? So you'll be reconstructing it rather than cutting it up. So see it as that. Right, okay, so we've sewn around the top, and now we're going to pull through the bottom, the whole bag. This is what they call bagging out. So you pull it back through, like we did with the zippy purse last week, and turn it back inside out, and you'll suddenly think, oh, the outside's in the wrong place. So it goes like that. Okay? I'm going to close up this hole. You could do a lovely slip stitch, but I'm just going to do a quick running stitch. It's inside the bag. So I like to get it straight first, tuck the ends in, tuck the edges in, not the ends, like that. So that becomes my little seam. I'm just going to sew that hole up now. And then that's going to go back. Actually, I lined up quite well there, look. Not bad. Push that back inside. If it works, it'd be great. It's feeling lovely, must admit. And maybe I can't do no eyes. I can't do no eyes. I really admire these people that do this drawings with faceless ladies, but I can't handle it. It freaks me out. On my trolley, I've got a faceless lady. I had to draw the features in. Okay, so there's our little bag. It doesn't look too bad, does it? So I'm going to find some buttons and stick them on. You could put a top stitch on that bit there if you wanted to hold it back, but I quite like the softness of it. I don't want it too structured, and little hands can go in there and it looks kind of cute, doesn't it? What do you think? He could have really shaggy eyes, of course. You can't see them. Oh, you got all the pieces cut out. Oh, lovely. Okay, sweetie. I will put the link up in case you get stuck. But you've done this before, Julie, lots of times. And what you can do, I could have stitched these on. I could have hand sewed those on, but I just glued them on because I wanted it to be quick. But you can do a lot more features on it and put a little bit of ribbon here for its ear like she does in the picture and make it really pretty. So there's the original pictures and there's mine. It's like Cousin It. Oh, honestly, I need some fresh air. I've been in all morning, zoomed. Okay, so that is it, people. I've finished. I'm going to do something creative next week to do with Easter. Whether it's sewing, I'm not sure. It's basically what I can find on Pinterest. God bless. See you all soon. Thanks for watching. Bye, everybody. Thank you, Grace. Bye.